Hi everyone, welcome to my channel NCRT Made Easy. Today we are going to discuss some important questions of EVS class 3. Question number 1. In the lesson Poonam Day Out, the girl uses the word animal for insects, birds, reptiles and mammals because. Option A. The girl is confused. Option B. The girl don't know anything. Option C. At this age, children cannot classify animals into different categories. Option D. None of the above. Here, option C is the correct answer. The girl Option A, the girl is confused. See, it might be the reason. The girl may be confused. The girl may be confused. But we have to always select the statement which suits our question. So, it is second option. Means it may be the reason. We have to go to the option which is suiting the question. So, option A is wrong. The girl don't know anything. See, according to the pedagogy, we cannot say that the child don't know anything. The child should be given lots of experiences so that the child can learn anything. So option B is wrong. Here the whenever the child should categorize anything, the child should be having some maturity, some age level. So the child might have not reached that level, that age. So option C is the right answer and none of the above is wrong. So whenever this type of questions are asked, we should not say that the child don't know anything. We should say that the child did not reach that level to categorize. Next, question number 2. Jigsaw puzzle activity is a beginning to. Jigsaw puzzle activity is a beginning to. A. Learning begins small. B. Sequencing. C. Thinking. D. None of the above. Jigsaw puzzle means a big picture will be cut into small pieces and the child will be given that activity. Then the child have to search for the pieces and the child should put them in the correct order and arrange the picture into a big picture. Like this, small pictures will be there. In that, the child has to arrange into the correct sequence. Next, option C, thinking. Option B, sequencing. Option C, thinking. Option D, none of the above. See, jigsaw puzzle activity is a beginning to. Here you have to read the question properly, that beginning to. Beginning means when we have to teach the child, for what reason we have to teach the child. We are giving jigsaw puzzle so that the child will be able to learn big and small. There is no relationship, there is no relation between the big and small and the jigsaw puzzle activity. Here the small pieces of the puzzles will be there. The child should arrange in the order. So this is the wrong option. Option B, sequencing. Sequencing means the child should be put in the order. Maybe this might be the right answer. Option C, thinking. See, here they asked, with the help of jigsaw puzzle activity, the child will learn thinking, but it is not the beginning to thinking. So option C is the wrong answer and none of the above is wrong. It is sequencing. Here the child will be learning that first this piece will be coming and later the other piece will be coming. The child should be able to put the things into the sequence. So option B is the right answer. Jigsaw puzzle is related to sequencing. To teach sequencing, we are going to give jigsaw puzzle to the children. Next, question number 3. Jigsaw puzzle should be in such a way that A. It should not be challenging to kids. B. It should be too easy. Option C. It should not be too easy that it can be put together. Option D. None of the above. So whenever we are giving jigsaw puzzle activity to the children, how the jigsaw puzzle activity should be. What thing you have to put in your mind. The jigsaw puzzle should not be challenging to the kids. See, if it is not challenging, then there will be no use of giving the activity to the children. It should be too easy. See, when we are not giving challenging, when we are giving easy activity, then the child may not be learning anything from the activity. The activity should be little bit challenging. It should not be too easy that it can be put together. So, whenever we are giving this type of activities, jigsaw puzzle or any other activities, it should be a little bit. It should be little bit challenging, not so hard and not so easy. So, if it is so hard, the child maybe give up. It is easy. The child maybe make it fast without without putting any effort. So, we have to give an activity or a puzzle, jigsaw puzzle, in such a way that it should not be too easy, that it can be put together easyga. We should give the activity so that the child should be thinking and putting it. So option C is the right answer, and option A, none of the above, is the wrong option. Next question. Question number 4. Teacher asks children to make their own designs with fingerprints by using ink, watercolor. This activity helps children to A. Engage. B. Creative. C. Think inside the box. D. None of the above. Teacher asks the children to make their own designs. Here, the teacher will be asking children to make some designs by using their fingerprints with the colors, with the ink. In what way this activity will be helping the children? See, when we are giving an activity, the child will already gets engaged. But how it is going to help the child? Option B, be creative. See, whenever we are giving some activity, it is not such that we are going to engage the child, but it should develop some type of skills in the child. So, option B might be the right answer. Option C, think inside the box. See, whenever we are giving activity or any questions, we have to encourage the child to think outside the box. Not only regarding the one point, the child should be able to think about the different points regarding the question or the activity. That is thinking outside the box. We call it as divergent thinking. So thinking outside the box is related with the creativeness. So whenever we give some activity to the children, we are going to help the children to not to engage or not to think inside the box, and none of the above. So our option is to be creative. To develop creativeness, we are going to give the activities to the children. Next, question number 5. In the lesson Plant Fairy, the game helps the children to A. See diversity in plants. B. Enjoy. C. Engage in something. D. Passing the time. So in the lesson Plant Fairy, the game helps the children. Plant Fairy game is nothing but one person is made into a plant fairy, and the plant fairy will be asking the children to go and touch the grass, go and touch the stem, go and touch the shrub or climber or tree. Means here children are enjoying the game, but they don't know that they are learning the different types of plants in the different types of plants. So in what way this activity is helping the children? Option A, see diversity in the plants. Option B, enjoy. See diversity means nothing but different types. Diversity means different varieties of plants. And B, enjoy. See, any game will help the child to enjoy, but whenever the activity is given, the only thing should be in your mind why the activity is given. The answer should be positive. C, engage in something. D, passing time. See, we are giving activity to teach something to the children, not just to make them enjoy. See, whenever they are learning something, they will enjoy. See, according to the pedagogy, the child should enjoy the learning, but our main intention is not to make the child enjoy or engage the child or let the child pass the time. These are the negative statements. As soon as we see this type of options, we have to cut it off and go for the right answer. With the help of this plant fairy game, the child will be seeing the different varieties in the plants. Whenever the teacher will be asking to touch the grass, see, when the thing which is so small, we call it as a grass. When it is in the when it is so big, we call it as a tree, and when it is so small, when it is in the medium size, we call it as a plant. For plant there will be stem, and for the tree there will be trunk. So With the help of this plant fairy game, the children will be learning children will learn to see the diversity in the plants. So option A is the right answer. Next, question number 6. While teaching poem to children, the teacher should A. Force children to memorize. B. Make children recite poem. C. Make children to write poem. D. None of the above. While teaching poem to children, when teacher is teaching poem to the children, how the teacher should teach the poem? What method she have to apply? Did she say children to memorize the poem? Did she make the children to recite the poem, or to make children write the poem, or none of the above? See, whenever memorize, rote memory, or writing, these all the things are the negative things. We have to search for the positive statement. Reciting the poem, when the children recite the poem, when we are small also, we used to recite the things, like 1 2 3, with the whole class will be doing some oral drill. Like that, when the oral drill is given to the class, or recite, when the teacher recites, when teacher says the poem and students repeat the same thing, then they will be learning the poem unknowingly, unconsciously. Means there is no conscious effort by the child to learn. For example, Johnny Johnny yes Papa, the teacher will sing the same, the child will be repeating, so whole class will be repeating. So the child will hear, will be enjoying to repeat what the teacher is saying, and unknowingly the child will be learning the poem. These statements, memorizing, rote memory, are the negative statements, and by making the child write, the child may or may not learn it, and none of the above. The right option is option B. Next, question number 7. The artist dash made beautiful pictures using dry leaves. A. Vishnu Chinchalkar. B. Vishnu Manohar. C. Raju Chinchalkar. And D. Manju Chinchalkar. So, in the NCRT book, in the class 3 lesson number 1, there is an artist. So it is not lesson number 1. There is an artist. He will be using dry leaves, and he will be making a beautiful pictures by using the dry leaves. The name of the artist is Vishnu Chinchalkar, Vishnu Manohar, Raju Chinchalkar, and Manju Chinchalkar. The option A is the right answer. Option A is the right answer. He is Vishnu Chinchalkar. He made this name was in the NCRT book of class 3. They may ask in the exam. Next, question number 8. Teacher asks the students to collect different grains and stick them in the book and name them. The main reason of the teacher giving this activity to children. A. To keep children busy. B. So that they may talk to their elders or to the farmers for knowing more about plants. C. Is to reduce teachers' burden. D. None of the above. When we are giving some, here the teacher is asking to collect the different types of grains and stick them in the book. Why the teacher is giving this type of activity to the children, and how this type of activity help the children? Option A. To keep children busy. See, just to keep them busy is not the main intention. To keep them busy or to engage them, to enjoy them, these are the things which are not fit into our question. So this is not the right answer. So that they may talk to their elders or to the farmers for knowing more about plants. So whenever we ask this to collect the different grains, so what they will do, they will collect the grains, but they may not know the name of the grain. So what they will do, they will go to their elders or to the farmers and ask, what is this grain? What is the name of the grain? What we will do with this grain? We will cook it or we will eat it raw. They may be asking different types of questions here, so that they will learn to discuss with the elders, and they will try to learn the new things, and they will be developing a type of questioning. So when the child develops questioning, the child will be learning the different aspects of anything around their nature. And the option C is to reduce teachers' burden. See, when we are giving activity, we are not going to reduce any burden of the teacher. Option D, none of the above. These two are the wrong answers, and the option B is the right answer. Next, question number 9. Which of the following activities develop concern for environment in the children? A. By encouraging children to play in the garden. Option B. By encouraging children to make friends with tree, water it, look after it, and observe it. Option C. Writing stories on trees. Option D. None of the above. Which of the following activities develop concern? Concern for the environment. Concern means a type of responsibility, which by giving which type of activity the children will be developing the concern to the for the environment. Option A, by encouraging children to play. See, by playing in the garden, the children may love playing, but it may not develop a type of concern or responsibility to in the children. So it might be the wrong answer. And option B, by encouraging children to make friends with the tree. So we will ask the children to plant a tree, water it, and look after it and observe it. When they are watering it and observing it, where for example one day they might have not water the plant, they will be seeing and see that the plant become the leaves become withered, or the leaves were folded. So as soon as the child pours the water, the child will be seeing that the plant became fresh, became a little fresh. So by seeing this, the child will be understanding not only we human beings need water, but also the things around, I mean the plants, animals also needs water. So here we are developing a type of sensitivity towards the environment. When we are asking the child to water it, when we are asking it to look after it and observe it, the child had planted the tree with her hand, so she will be understanding that okay, this much of effort, with this much of effort the plant will be growing, and it will be helping us after growing by giving the fruits and flowers. So this with this by doing this, the child will be developing a sensitivity. So option B is the right answer. And option C, writing stories. See, by writing stories, the child may be expressing the love towards it, but it does not give any type of responsibility to the children. So here the child will be asking to water. So it is a responsibility to the child. So it will be developing a type of concern towards the environment in the children. Option C is also the wrong answer, and none of the above is also the wrong answer. Option B is the right answer. Next, question number 10. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.